Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your monthly tarot reading for September. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you are well. And let's get started. Let's get right into it and see what the energies and messages are for Sagittarius in September. What energies or messages do you have for Sagittarius in September? Okay, Sagittarius, in your present place, in your current energy, you have the Chariot. And the Chariot is a card of movement, and it's a card of success and of victory. So you are moving toward your goals. You are in control of this Chariot, and it takes mastery to be able to drive this Chariot. You have the black and white Sphinx, and that can represent opposing energies. Well, you are skillful, and that you are able to guide this Chariot down the path. Now, it doesn't mean that you're not going to face some challenging spots along the way, but you will ultimately succeed. This is a card of victory and of recognition for that. So there's a sense of confidence, and you're coming from a place of confidence, and you are working and moving towards your goals and the things that you want to achieve. What is crossing you is the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So this could be someone within your circle, or it could be qualities that you would benefit from. So in crossing the King of Swords, you're going to have to rely on some objective and analytical thinking. This king is masterful when it comes to decision making, to looking at all sides of an issue and making a fair determination. It's doing due diligence. It's being prepared. You're reading any documents carefully and closely. You're not making any rush decisions, and you are looking at both sides of the issue. So you're really able to hone in and use your sharp intellectual skills to be able to handle something coming your way. So with the King of Swords, there also is a sense of, the potential to be blunt. And so you're going to have to be careful. He's a strong communicator and is truthful and is fair. But sometimes the lack of emotion, it can come out harsh. So just be mindful that if you're working with your team, if this is talking to your spouse or your friends, be mindful of tone. In your foundation, we have the Judgment. And in this illustration, you see the people, the great people, standing up out of their coffins, rising up to the angel in the sky, blowing the fanfare. And this is very much a sense of reckoning, a day of reckoning, a day for you. And you have been thinking about your purpose, your life purpose, what you've been doing. Why are you in the situation that you are? Where you're in the present place because of your actions. And often this is a sense of kind of reviewing past actions and thinking about, are you going to be able to change some of these things, maybe to come to a new place? And often, judgment can be a second chance, and it's a second chance to maybe find your calling and to reach your higher self. So at your foundation, you've been thinking about these larger issues within your heart, which is wanting to find your purpose and live your purpose, and thinking about how you're going to get there. So in your recent past, we have the Tower. And the Tower indicates that some structure or some foundation within your life is ending. It could be a surprise. It could be shocking. It could be something that maybe you had a sense that it's going to fall apart. It could be a relationship. It could be the love for your job. It could be your love for a city that, it's just something has changed dramatically. I don't feel the same. And, This is transformation, because when this foundation crumbling occurs, it clears the way for you to move forward and to hopefully bring in something that is more beneficial to you. The universe has a very wonderful way of clearing out the debris of your life into getting you into a different place. So if you've been chugging along in a relationship that is not fulfilling and haven't found a way to end it, maybe something happened maybe something happened that necessitates the end, some event, some argument, something that blows up. But this is really, for you, it's a change coming your way, but ultimately it's a change that's going to benefit you. It's transformation. It is a restructuring. Your crowning energy is the Four of Pentacles, and you see this guy holding on to his pentacles. He's got his feet on the pentacles. He's got a pentacle weighing down on his head, covering his heart. So there's a sense here of holding on to the status quo and not letting go and not willing to maybe take risks. You want to ensure your security. You want to ensure all the things that you've worked for are not lost. And you may be feeling that as a result of the Tower. The Tower has come in and has been a big shakeup. And you are really, your thoughts are on trying to maintain what you have and to hold on to it. At this stage, I think that can be fine. But the thing to think about is not to always be so covered and so shut down that ultimately sometimes you need to let things go. But in this situation right now, you are holding on to what you have, and you are mindful and you're being careful. Could relate to money, that you're watching your money carefully, how you spend it, ways to earn more money. But it's certainly mindfulness of resources within your life. What's in front of you, what is your future holds, is the Two of Wands. And in this illustration, we see this guy standing, looking out, holding the globe in his hand, and looking out over the horizon. He's got two wands there, like a portal, like going through a special entryway. And this is a card of beginning to think about what's next for me. Where am I going? Where am I headed? Am I better off staying where I am? Or is there new enterprises, new projects? Am I going to be traveling? Am I going to be growing? Am I going to be changing jobs? All of these things kind of fall under the Two of Wands, because really it's saying, wands are about passion and about enthusiasm, of finding the purpose that you want to have in your life, that you are considering change. And again, moving through the portal, moving to a new place, mentally and perhaps physically. It could be, the globe represents the possibilities outside of where you are right now. And the Chariot indicates movement. And the Two of Wands, you have a decision to make whether to stay or to move on. The Tower is movement as well. It's movement in a new direction, the ending of something that's been a part of your life. And Judgment is thinking about the big picture. And again, Wands energy, fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. In your position, you have the Ace of Cups, a fabulous card. The Ace of Cups is about the opportunity. It's a gift or blessing from the universe for love, for a new relationship, for a new emotional bond that's going to bring you happiness and joy and a smile to your face. So, perhaps what is happening within your framework here is you've been working towards your goals. You've been having some clarity and some clear thinking about your life purpose. Some big change is happening. You're still holding on, and ultimately what you want is you want a relationship that is fulfilling and that brings you joy and that brings you happiness. And, that's the beauty of the Ace of Cups, is a powerful emotional connection with someone that is going to lift your spirits. And again, Cups, water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. In your environment, Knight of Swords, more clear thinking, strong communication, being informed as you jump into something new and as you plan to deal with whatever may be coming your way. You've got your sword in the air. You're going to be decisive. You're going to be ready to handle these gray clouds. And it's a sense of, again, intellectual prowess, philosophy change perhaps, but you are pursuing a very clear path. And this is moving toward it, and you have the facts. It seems that you've done your due diligence between these two cards. This is, sharp thinking, clear communication, truthfulness, finding the truth, pursuing the truth. Again, swords, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. And in your hopes and fears, you have the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is about nostalgia, walking down memory lane and finding a time in your life that you are thinking back that brings you happiness and some type of pleasure. And at a literal level, this could mean that you're reconnecting with someone from your past, maybe an ex, maybe an old friend, or that you're going to be seeing them, or that you're having feelings of reconnecting with where you used to live. But this is a Cups card of kindness and compassion and gentleness, and the offering of this childlike offering. There's children often associated with the Six of Cups, and it's typically just thought of as a card of nostalgia, of going to that place that makes you happy. Now, the only caveat with that is don't get stuck living in the past. You have a lot of movement within this reading, and it should be moving forward into new directions and new opportunities for you. And so if someone reconnects and they're kind of like, just make a clear determination if it's something to pursue or not, because it seems like you're going to have more things, along the way for you to explore. And again, the Two of Wands, exploration, moving out of where you are, at least thinking about it. You may decide to stay where you are, or you may feel that I'm going to go out there, I'm going to do something different, I'm going to find my life purpose, I'm going to have that second chance, the reawakening. And in your outcome position, we have the Eight of Pentacles. And the outcome of all of this is ultimately you're going to really enjoy what you do. You're going to take great pride and satisfaction from your skill, from your hard work. This is a card of diligence. This is a card of doing something very well and being very focused, and not being distracted by other things, and being proud of your work as this person is displaying the pentacles. And maybe you're not seeing the financial reward up front, but ultimately it's going to come to you because you're doing good work and you enjoy what you're doing. This Eight of Pentacles in the outcome is saying that, everything's going to be okay ultimately as you go down this route in September, that things are going to look good for your job and security and your abilities. So let me just take a look here again. Again, the Chariot, you have confidence. You're feeling confident. You're moving along to your goals. You are in progress. You're in movement. And you're in charge. You're the master of your own chariot, and you are in charge. And what's crossing you is the King of Swords, and that clarity and strong communication and analysis and doing your homework on whatever change you're making, that is going to help you, and that's going to be to your advantage. In your foundation, you're having thoughts about your life purpose. And do I have time in my life to make changes that are going to make me feel satisfied? That's what judgment is about. Some may say it's also having good judgment, but having that self-reflection and thinking about what next, what can I do to be my best self. In the judgment card, the Tower, change is a-coming, and don't be afraid of change. Even though it may feel shocking and hurtful, you'll get over it, and you will start anew, and you'll rebuild a better future for yourself. You're kind of in a holding position. Your crowning energy is just kind of like, I'm not going to do anything wild with my money or my resources. I'm just going to stay put. I'm going to stay protected. And, maybe you have to cover your heart as a result of this change occurring. And ultimately, where you're headed into what could very well be a new enterprise, new projects, new enthusiasms, and new passions. Could be a new location, but you are making that decision, and you are thinking about what it is that's going to be next for you. What are the possibilities in your world that you want to pursue? Where you are right now is a fabulous card, the Ace of Cups, a blessing or gift from the universe that relates to relationships, the possibility of deep, emotional, and satisfying love that will make you happy. And again, more clarifying, seeking the truth, getting right in there, charging in, but at least you have information behind you. I feel that you have researched and done your homework that's going to allow you to do this, to get right in. Hopes and fears, someone coming from your past. And in a pleasant way, it's a pleasant remembrance of old times. And so you could be reconnecting with someone. You could be showing kindness and consideration and gentleness with someone within your midst. And then finally, the outcome is that you're in a place where your work is fulfilling and satisfying, and you take great pride in it. And you display your work, and you are ultimately going to be very successful with the Eight of Pentacles. So I think it's a really nice spread for you, Sagittarius, in September. I'd like to go ahead and pull a love oracle card and just get a sense of any messages with respect to love. Forgiveness, you are now able to activate the power of love in order to release past hurts. See if we can get that. So past hurts. This could be the source of some past hurts, but you ultimately will forgive and let it go, because you will have success. You will have victory in your life. And in order to find that victory, you have to forgive and put it aside. And forgiveness, again, forgiveness and nostalgia. And maybe it applies to letting go of something from the past that might have been hurting you. But I feel that this is going to be, you're thinking fondly of a time that made you happy, and you're either reconnecting with someone or you're looking for that experience that's going to bring happiness and joy to you. And finally, to close the reading, I'd like to pull a general card for some focus advice or something to meditate or contemplate for September for Sagittarius. Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. So really, this is a card of trusting yourself, trust your hunches, trust the moves that you're making. Trust the movement that is implied within this reading that you are going to be making. And trust the process, because ultimately you're going to have success between the Chariot, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups, and the Two of Wands. Decisions are going to lead you to fulfillment, to happiness, to security, and to getting what you need. And honestly, the Judgment card as well, of living a life of your purpose, something that's going to be passionate and enthusiastic for yourself. But the deep connection can be to others, deep connection to others, deep connection within your own heart. So I hope that you have a terrific September, Sagittarius. And if you found something helpful here, I hope that you will like, comment, or share this video. And if you are new to the channel, please think about subscribing. I greatly appreciate the support, and it's an easy way to stay connected. And I wish you the very best, and thank you for taking the time to watch this. And I'll see you again. Bye-bye.